What's up, everyone? That's Neglect here, and today I'm bringing you my Iono's Bellibolt slash Raging Bolt deck profile for post rotation April 2026 for Pokemon. I've been working on this deck for a few days now, and this is the list I came up with. I've been playing on a ladder, and I'm almost to Arceus rank with it, and I'm having a lot of fun with the deck. It's pretty goofy, but I personally like it, and it's a really fun way to play Raging Bolt. But yeah, I kind of was like, it was something I've been wanting to build for a while now, but well, at least the Iono's Bellibolt deck I wanted to build for a while, and I kind of decided to play Raging Bolt and see how it performed, and it performed really well. So yeah, that's my deck profile. So first, starting off with the Iono's Pokemon, being 3 copies of Iono's Wattrel. I need one more IR, and then we have 3 copies of Iono's Kilowattrel. What the Kilowattrel does is its ability allows you to discard a energy from it, a lighting energy from it, to draw 2 6 cards, and it's once per turn per copy. So if you have multiples, you can use multiples in a turn. Which in this deck, since you're playing a lot of lighting energy, you can pretty much use your hand up pretty easily and just keep drawing more cards every single turn. But you will deck out eventually, which is kind of the issue with the deck. But usually the game's over by then, so it's not really an issue. But so the Kilowattrel is really good. For the other items Pokemon we're playing in the deck, we're playing 3 Iono's Tadbulb and 3 Iono's Bellibolt. What Bellibolt does is its ability allows you to put as often as you like during your turn. You attach lightning energy from your hand to any of your Iono's Pokemon, which is how you're getting energy to your Kilowattrels and Bellibolt. Usually, you have like 5 or 6 using your hand, so it's pretty easy to get up there. And it with the Raging Bolt, you can pretty much discard all your lighting energy, get it back off the Leventia and energy retrieval, and just keep pumping up the Bellibolt, which is super cool. And obviously, the last card in the deck we're playing for Iono is 1 Iono's Voltorb, because its attack does 20 damage for each lightning energy on your board. So since I believe I'm playing 11 lightning energy, so that's about 220 damage. So they all 10 on board, which is pretty big. Mostly just kind of for the early game, or a bunch of like, if I play a 1 prize deck, kind of just to force them to bring up any of my 2 prizers, being the Raging Bolt, Bellibolt, Pheasantipity, or the Meowth. Kind of just for that reason, since it can hit pretty hard in the early game too for only 2 energy. Pretty cool. But that's it for the Iono's Pokemon. For the rest of the deck, we're playing 2 copies of Raging Bolt EX. We're also using Bellowing Thunder because its attack does 70 damage for each energy you discard from your Pokemon. It doesn't matter which Pokemon you discard it from, as long as you discard energy, so it can hit pretty hard numbers, and like so, it can one-shot any Mega Evolution. It means pretty much, and most of the time you're taking out 2 knockouts to win the game, since most of the time you're playing Mega Evolution Pokemon. So 2 knockouts usually win the game from there. 1 copy of Bidoof for stalling out the game a little bit and kind of item locking your opponent. 1 copy of Meowth EX for its ability to allow you to search for any supporter card in your deck. So mostly Boss's Order, Crispin, Lily's, Judge, that sort of thing. And then 1 copy of Pheasantipity, because Pheasantipity is really good in case you get knocked out. It's not that the Cruel Arrow build tag does come up sometimes, but it's very rare. But I have used it a few times before in this deck. It's just like very few and far between you actually use that attack. But that's it for the Pokemon. For the item cards, we're running 3 Pokepads to get to any of our basic Pokemon, any of our non-Roblox Pokemon. So search out your Bidoof, your Kilowattrels, Wattrels, Tadbulbs, or Voltorbs. 2 copies of Buddy Buddy, again for search out the same Pokemon. 3 copies of Ultra Ball to search out Raging Bolts, Meowths, Pheasantipity, or the Bellibolts. It's really good for that. That's it for our Pokemon retrieval. When it comes to our energy, since we no longer have access to the Earthen Vessel, I kind of have to improvise and find a way to get energy back from discard to hand. So we're running 2 copies of energy retrieval, 3 copies of Night Stretcher, and 2 copies of Leventia. What Leventia does, it allows you to add 2 2 basic lightning energy from discard to hand. So it's kind of just like energy retrieval at that point, since most of your energy are lightning. It does suck going against another Rainbow player and having them ultimately get their electric energy. Kind of sucks, but it's whatever. And then if there's a deck we're playing 1 Unfair Snap for our Ace spec because it's really good, especially since we don't have Iono anymore. And 2 copies of Air Balloon in case we get something stuck in the active and we need to get it out the active without using our energy to retreat for that reason. Mostly you pull on Bellibolt and the Bellibolt or Feather, so you don't have to use energy to retreat it. It's really good for that. For our supporters, we're running 4 copies of Leader's Determination to draw 6, or if you have all 6 prize cards, you draw 8. Really good draw power. Again, the more draw power is 2 copies of Judge. Judge is in here because if your opponent gets a really big hand, you can go burn down to 4. On top of that, with all of the Killer Watchers, you having a smaller hand size usually means you can draw more cards. So I would tend to judge myself if I have too many cards in hand and I can't do anything with them. I will judge myself down to 4 to play any card I can in my hand, and then I use Killer Watcher to draw more cards. For that reason, it's kind of the deck cycle for the most part. It's really good for that. For energy and how we charging our Pokemon up, running 3 copies of Crispin to get both our fighting energy and lighting energy onto the board, since it can be kind of hard to charge up the Raging Bolt sometimes, since you can't put the lighting energy onto the Raging Bolt because of Bellibolt only applies to Iono's Pokemon, which I feel like if it applied to any Pokemon, it would be busted. But you have to use Crispin to kind of power it up usually. Crispin to attach the fighting energy, they may attach a lightning energy to it, and you have a fully charged up Raging Bolt. Pretty cool for that. And the last support in the deck is 2 copies of Boss's Orders, because Boss's Orders is really good. I thought running Counter Catcher, but Boss's Orders to me works pretty fine. So I don't see a reason to run anything else. As for energy, we're running 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 lightning energy, because you need as many lightning energy as possible. I thought of cutting it down to like 9 or 8, but 10 seems to be the optimal number for me. Since if I cut the numbers down, I'll tend to not see lightning energy, and then if I put too many, I'll see too many lightning energy. So I found out 10 was the perfect number for me. And then we're running 3 copies of basic fighting energy. I do need to get more gold energy though. But yeah, this is the deck post rotation. I personally like this deck a lot. I have played this deck on ladder in TCG Live and have done pretty well with the deck in all honesty. Like, I had so much fun with the deck. It's a very goofy deck, since the Iono's deck doesn't usually seem like it would do anything. But pairing with Raging Bolt to me was like a really smart move, since I was gonna pair it with Zekrom originally. But Raging Bolt kind of gets a bunch of knockouts on like Mega Evolution, but only getting 2 prize cards. So it's like, it's pretty funny. And the only Pokemon I really have to worry about really is like Lucario, since Bellibolt is weak to fighting. And then I have to worry about the Lily's Clefairy, since, you know, Raging Bolt is Dragon type. But outside of that, though, like, the deck really kind of just self-sufficient and kind of can get you an infinite amount of draw power. But yeah, that's it for the deck. Let me know what you think of the deck profile. If you use the deck, let me know what you think of it. Let me know any changes you would make or any recommendations you have for other cards I should put in the deck and try it out. But yeah, that's all I got. So please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hype the video up, because, you know, hyping the video up would help promote the video more to the channel and help me get to 500 subscribers. So I'm trying to get the play button once we hit like 10,000, I think, is what the play button is. So trying to get 10,000 subscribers sometime soon so I can get a play button, because that'd be super awesome. But yeah, that's all I got. So until next time, this is Jackson, signing out.